Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to bask in all the awesome. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awesome Mission Impossible facts.
I have a charge in my head. I'm gonna die unless you kill me.
What?
Throw the switch on and off.
With Mission Impossible Rogue Nation opening in theaters in July 2015, we felt it was an appropriate time to look back and reflect on the franchise's most interesting and incredible details.
You're a hard man to catch up with.
Obviously, awesomeness varies from person to person, but we believe we've found the right balance of facts to present to you about the series.
You ready?
Number 10. Loyal producer.
This is Ethan Hunt. They're dead.
There's being dedicated, and then there's being positively attached. As it happens, Tom Cruise seems to subscribe to the latter. After all, he's been a producer on every Mission Impossible film since the original in 1996.
What's your name?
Ethan Hunt.
This may explain why the actor has prioritized his role in these films over other projects. If you are invested in the development of a series since its inception, you'd want to stay involved and see your vision come to life too.
I work for an agency. It's called IMF.
What does that stand for?
Impossible Mission Force.
Shut up.
Number 9. A bullet saved, not a bullet spent. Sometimes it's the little things that catch our eye. Mission Impossible, being a film franchise about espionage and spy versus spy action, would naturally have some degree of violence inherent to the concept. Yet a funny thing happened with the first film. None of the action involved guns.
Simple game.
There were no firefights or shootouts, and not once did Tom Cruise's character Ethan Hunt use a gun. We have to say we weren't expecting that, but knowing this detail makes the original film's widespread success all the more sweet.
A meeting tomorrow in the TGV en route to Paris.
Tight security, no guns. Real plus.
Number 8. Shuffling the schedule.
We've never met before, right?
Hollywood is quite the competitive place, even when you aren't seeking conflict. When Rogue Nation was initially announced, it was given a release date of December 25th, 2015. All well and good, except it would be released against Star Wars: The Force Awakens and Spectre, the latest James Bond film. Not wanting that sort of competition, the distributor, Paramount Pictures, made the call to move up Rogue Nation's release to July 31st of the same year. It remains to be seen if their decision will pay off. Number 7. Whoops.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
There are just some marketing choices that defy conventional logic.
Come on, move.
Take the marketing for Mission Impossible 3, for example. The studio decided to promote the film by rigging more than 4,000 random Los Angeles Times vending boxes with audio devices, which would play the iconic theme when one of the box's doors was opened.
They knew we were coming, man. They knew we were coming, and the disc is gone.
Unfortunately, some of the devices became exposed and were reported as bombs, leading to police bomb squads blasting several of the boxes and even shutting down a veterans hospital because of the potential threat. Yikes.
I can understand you're very upset. Kittredge, you've never seen me very upset.
Number 6. Return of the Syndicate.
The Syndicate has a finger in every other legitimate business.
Callbacks can be a loving tip of the hat to the past, and this is no different.
There are 2 things the Syndicate won't allow even from its boss.
Rogue Nation is pitting Ethan Hunt and the assembled Impossible Missions Force against the villainous Syndicate, which just so happens to have been a key antagonistic organization from the 1966 TV show.
I'm just worried about getting out.
The Syndicate's never been known to kill a woman.
There's always a first time.
This time around, the Syndicate is being played up as intentionally opposed to the IMF and more aggressive in their methods. We're certainly interested to see how that dynamic will play out on the silver screen.
Ethan, where are you?
The Syndicate is real. A rogue nation trained to do what we do.
Number 5. A few familiar faces.
You all kidding yourselves?
We know that Tom Cruise has been a part of the film since the start, but how about other actors?
Well. Now, if it isn't Mr. Those Who Can't Do, Teach, back in the field.
For the most part, no actor or actress besides Cruise has reprised their role for all 5 of the films, save for one, Ving Rhames.
This ain't funny.
As Ethan Hunt's loyal ally and hacking specialist Luther Stickle, Rhames has appeared in every Mission Impossible film to date, even if it's only for a brief cameo.
I know. I'll see you in Kandahar.
Number 4. Expensive first effort. First-time projects can be quite the undertaking. Yet it comes as a surprise that Mission Impossible 3, the directing debut of J.J. Abrams, would stand out from the bunch.
Oh, that was nothing. That was...
Reports state that the 2006 film cost a total of $150 million to make, meaning it was the most expensive film made by a first-time director to that point.
So whenever I see like a rogue organization willing to spend this amount of money on a mystery tech, I always assume it's the anti-god.
Abrams didn't cease his involvement in the franchise after 3, however. He has a producing credit on Ghost Protocol, as well as Rogue Nation.
Oh my God!
Number 3. Kinda close for comfort. Give a hand to Mr. Cruise. He's certainly enthusiastic. In the climactic fight scene of Mission Impossible 2, Ethan Hunt and Dougray Scott's character Sean Ambrose battle on a beach. The fight takes a turn when Ambrose pulls a knife and pushes in on Hunt's eye. During production, Cruise apparently wanted authenticity. He asked that a real knife be used, that it be hung from a wire exactly 1/4 inch from his eye, and that Scott use as much force as possible. That's a lot of risk, but the result speaks for itself. Number 2. Hanging by a thread. Talk about an odd thing to become a running gag. In every Mission Impossible film to date, there has been a scene where one of the characters hangs from a cable while breaking into a location. The most amusing variant might be Tom Cruise's cable descent sequence from the original film. It's a tense and engaging scene on its own, but it becomes funnier with the knowledge that Cruise had coins in his shoes. Apparently, he was so unbalanced on the cord that his head kept hitting the floor, requiring counterweight to properly perform the scene. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Isn't that right, Miss Hall?
Oh, absolutely. Much too long, I'd say.
Does that sound familiar?
Where is she now, by the way? Any idea? I don't know. Not exactly.
Number 1. Stunt Master General.
Is he serious?
All the way.
Tom Cruise is not shy about his work. He's always been keen on doing his own stunts, to the point of risking 6 injuries during Rogue Nation's production.
You're worried about me. Why?
Both he and co-star Simon Pegg handled their own driving stunts during shooting.
Specialist without equal, immune to any countermeasures.
And that scene in which Ethan Hunt climbs outside of a plane, Cruise elected to perform the sequence without special effects or a stunt double, requiring him to be suspended 5,000 feet in the air. Courage isn't a good enough word for that.
Benji! Open the door! Open the door! Yeah, I'm trying. Oh my God!
Do you agree with our list?
Excuse me?
What facts about Mission Impossible do you find awesome?
What are you saying? That wasn't it?
For more possibility-defying top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Copy.